Hey guys, what's up? It's Seddie Mania. So, who checked out tonight's new iCarly episode, I Hire an Idiot? Now, I gotta say, this episode, it was pretty funny. But it did have some downs to it that I'm gonna talk about. But it was really funny and it made me laugh, and it didn't have any shipping aspects in it, at least. Well, maybe I saw one, and I'll talk about it. But other than that, it was a really good episode, and I laughed at it. So, but now let's talk about the episode. First off, it starts, and you see that apparently we find out that Freddie likes to cook pizza to perfection. Voila! He wants it fixed perfectly, and he's got his nice little pizza, and then just Spencer comes in and steps on it and ruins it. And I'm just thinking, Freddie, it don't take that long to fix a pizza. Just fix it and eat it. That's all that matters. But anyways, so basically, they're basically trying to get ready for the next iCarly, and of course Sam's asleep on the couch. That's normal Sam right there. And they're talking about how tiring it is and just how it's become such a load to handle. And Spencer suggests hiring interns, and they don't cost any money, and they're free. So they decide to do that. So in the process of choosing someone, they start doing through that, and they've got a guy who knows how to do certain stuff that Freddie knows, and Freddie's like, this guy's perfect for us. We really need to interview anyone else? And they're like, no. And then Carly remembers, oh wait, there's still one dude outside. If only there wasn't one dude outside. If only. So then here comes Court, and he's talking about how he learned to tie his shoes, and the girls are just completely blinded by his looks. His looks, I would say his looks. They're just completely blinded by his looks, not his personality or his brains, because you could tell from Freddie's face that he didn't have any. Okay, the guy, and this is my opinion, I'll say what I want to in my videos, and if any mean comments come up about it, I'll delete them because they don't bother me. It's my opinion. Others can agree or disagree. But the guy is clueless. He was so stupid, but his stupidity is what made the episode funny. Now, he basically, he wasn't good at keeping up with everything, and he brought the girls lemonade in a bag, and I guess the girls, that was a crazy idea. That wasn't even a good idea to even bring any drink in the bag into the studio at all. I don't think it was a good idea. It was crazy. And so basically, the girls are just, this whole episode, I think it really portrayed Carly and Sam. It's not how they usually are. I figured that Carly and Sam would be more visible to see that this guy's an idiot, but the episode, they were kind of sort of blinded by his looks, and they were just blinded by his looks, and when he was shirtless, because he spilled that bag of lemonade all over the tech cart. Oh God, I hated that so much. I was so mad, because that's like Freddie's stuff, and he wrote on Freddie's $800 pear pad. Okay, now I'm not into all this technological stuff, but I do know that that stuff cost a lot to replace, and the whole tech cart was covered in lemonade. Just poured the whole bag right on it because he was trying to take a drink from the bag, and it shut down the whole They shut down the whole web show right there and then. And that was the breaking point. That's right then and there when he should have been fired. And Freddie was ready to do it, but the girls were like, "Oh, he's too nice, too cute," and they were thinking about firing him. But then they turned around and he's drying off Freddie's laptop with his shirt off, which is just plain nuts. Well, it's not nuts, but they were so blinded by his body and his looks again that they're just like, "Oh no, he can't do that." So again, he stays. Now, to get even, Freddie decides, well, if the girls don't see this, what kind of idiot he is, I'll hire my own idiot. And so he hires this girl named Ashley. And she's cute, she's funny, but she's also supposedly stupid. And she plays it pretty well. She's just as stupid as Court. But anyways, so the whole episode, through this episode, you could tell that Court's not getting any better. The thing with Court is just not working out. And when this is one thing I hated in this, I'm gonna have to give it just both double bruise. Okay, when Court was jumping up and down the bed, he didn't have his shirt on, and Carly and Sam were impressed with that. And Gibby's like, I could do that, and he was getting ready to pull off his shirt, and they're like, no. Oh, they just ruined a perfectly good Gibby shirtless moment there. I mean, come on. Gibby is known for being the shirtless wonder. It even says it in Noah's bio on Twitter that, hey, he is the shirtless wonder of iCarly. But in this season, we haven't seen Gibby shirtless once. And that right there, he was going to take off his shirt. But no, it didn't happen. I was so mad about that. Because Gibby's known for being shirtless. I mean, again, I just think that since he's become a main character, things have changed with him, but I'm not going on into that. You can comment about that below if you want to, but anyways, so basically they've got both two idiots to deal with, and it's getting to the point where none of the three want to handle it anymore. And so Carly and Sam aren't too happy with this whole Ashley chick around. So anyways, they tell them to stay in the studio while Carly goes and talks to Freddie. And Sam goes and does something I don't remember. But anyways, she tells Freddie to fire Ashley, and he's like, well, I'll fire my femininity when you fire your imbecile. And that was so funny. And you see, it wasn't a Creddy moment. There was nothing to do. That picture that Dan posted a while back had nothing to do with Creddy. It was just them arguing over Court and Ashley. And so in the end, finally, they knew they had to fire him. And at that last little moment, after he got fired, he's like, wow, this happened at college too. That's how I got kicked out of college. And how he got into college, I'll never know. We'll never know. I don't know how. But anyways, he got kicked out, and it's because they said he was dangerously stupid. That was so funny, but it was also the perfect description for him. He is dangerously stupid, and he is. And then, once Court was gone and out the door, Freddie's little scheme with Ashley, the supposed idiot, was revealed when she too was fired. But it wasn't such a bad let go for her because she is a smart person. She's a smart one. She's actually in a brain college place. And Freddie hired her for a thesis, for a little whole thesis thing she was doing. She was smart. And so Freddie actually tricked the girls. Now, I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was funny. It was great, okay? Because it basically showed, it was funny to see the girls get tricked. I mean, really, both Carly and Sam, I've already said this before, but I would have thought mainly Sam, I would have thought she wouldn't have been able to deal with that dude, how stupid he was, okay? Sam doesn't like dealing with people anyhow. How could she deal with someone that stupid? I mean, come on, Sam, you're a bit smarter than that. Don't be blinded by his body and good looks, or his cute personality, or something like that. I mean, the dude's just an idiot. So, finally they let him go. And then they were mad when Freddie had tricked them. And so, basically, but Freddie was happy, because he, got back at the girls. And basically, the intern was gone. So that was the main thing, that was the main good thing. So, anyways, and then when they're just standing there in the studio and Court's still in the elevator, he's like, oh, it's an elevator, and he's shirtless too, because they had to take because apparently it was a shirt they let him borrow. So anyways, he was still shirtless and still in the elevator. He was fascinated how the elevator went up and down, how the door closed, and Freddie's like, I'm gonna go. And so he just leaves. So I mean, and my opinion for this episode, it was really funny, it was really good. The Gibby shirtless moment was a complete fail. I don't like that it got ruined. I'm sorry, I don't know whose idea it was, but I just don't like that it was ruined. And Sam and Carly's the way they acted around court or with court and being blinded, I don't think that was good either. I think they were better than that, actually, or they are better than that. They definitely aren't the kind of girls that would be blinded by a guy for his looks. I mean, come on, several girls would agree that Carly and Sam could have easily, Sam especially, would have easily just kicked that guy out the door after a while of putting up with it. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, that's what I think. Because Sam wouldn't deal with that. She doesn't like dealing with people at all anyways. Why would she deal with stupid people? So anyways, I mean, the episode was good. Now, there was no promo for a new iCarly because really there's only 3 left. There's I Pity the Nibble, I Party with the Victorious, the crossover, and one episode 310, that hasn't been given a title yet. So there's only 3, and they don't go back to filming till either March or April, so we still have a while, and we may not get another episode for maybe 2 weeks or even more. I'm just saying here, I don't know. But anyways, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I can't wait to the next one, but this was my review for iHire and Eddie. It was really funny. I loved it. And great job, Dan, for another successful episode. Except with a few downs, but anyways. But you know what I mean. It was funny. We laughed, okay? So, anyways. Let me guys, let me know what you thought of the episode, what you thought of Sam and Carly, how they acted, what you thought of Freddie tricking Carly and Sam, and what you thought of Court. Let me know. I want details with him, because I laughed at his stupidity. That was hilarious. But anyways, in the infamous words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, Seddie Warriors. Rock on. Yeah. Bye, guys.